Wealthy people spend time each week doing something most would call boring. They sit down with numbers that tell them where their money actually went. Not budgeting software with bright colors and gamified progress bars. Just quiet review of what came in and what left. Most people avoid this because it feels like punishment for spending. Wealthy people do it because the truth stops being scary after repetition. They notice patterns everyone else lets blur into autopilot. The coffee that somehow became $30 a week without decision. The subscription renewed for a service nobody in the house remembers using. The grocery trip that doubled because hunger made the decisions. These are not moral failures, just invisible leaks. Awareness finds them, shame hides them. Wealthy people treat their spending like a map, not a report card. The weekly habit creates a loop most people never close. You spend, then you look, then you adjust, then you spend again. Without the looking part, spending just accelerates in one direction. Most people wait for crisis to review their money. A surprise bill, a broken appliance, a sudden need. By then the pattern is entrenched and panic makes every choice harder. Wealthy people review on calm Sundays with coffee and silence. The habit is not about perfection or catching every cent. It is about staying in conversation with reality instead of assumption. You assume rent and groceries and gas take most of your paycheck. Then you look and discover small recurring things devoured the margins. Delivery fees, convenience charges, the tax on not planning ahead. Wealthy people eliminate these not by willpower, but by noticing. Once you see the pattern, it becomes harder to unsee. The weekly review also builds a different relationship with guilt. Most people feel shame around money and then avoid looking closely. Wealthy people look closely and shame loses its grip through repetition. The number is just a number, not a verdict on character. This practice also separates emotion from decision before spending happens. You begin to notice when you want something because of feeling, not function. The urge to buy after a hard day or a social comparison. Wealthy people still feel those urges, but the weekly habit adds friction. You know you will see that purchase again in 7 days. That small delay often changes the decision without force. The habit becomes automatic, like checking your mirrors before changing lanes. It costs almost no time, but prevents expensive blind spots. Most people think wealthy people have more discipline with spending. Really, they just have a weekly appointment with the truth. The habit removes surprise, and surprise is what breaks most money plans. Wealth is not built by one brilliant move. It is built by small, truthful conversations repeated when no one applauds. The richest pattern is the one you keep private and consistent. Sit with your numbers this week, not to judge but to know. That quiet practice changes everything that comes after. If this helped you, subscribe and leave a comment below.